How do you think Joe Biden is going to fare on Truth Social? Biden's campaign is going into enemy territory, the Trump-owned social media companies where Team Trump lives. And Team Biden, Kevin, says they want to go there and live there as well and clear up what they call any disinformation on the platform.
I think this is pure gold, Tom. I absolutely love this. Joe Biden going into the lion's den to match wits with Donald Trump. The problem is Donald Trump is really good in this medium, and I think the lion may tear Joe Biden to shreds on this platform. We're going to have to see. I don't know who's going to be actually posting for Joe Biden on Truth Social, but if it's him versus Donald Trump in a war of words on social media, this could be very interesting. Let's bring in Roshini Rajkumar, political strategist and host of the Crisis Files podcast. Good morning. How are you?
Kevin, this is not only true gold, it's pure gold with a diamond coating. That is what this is for all of us who talk on the airwaves about these guys. I mean, I just don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, well, you're a lawyer. Maybe they'll put a gag order in place just to put a stop to it. I think it's a fine move by Joe Biden's people if they dedicate somebody to going out there and reaching into Truth Social, trying to win over voters, try and educate them if they want. But I don't know. I think Donald Trump is just going to come back so fast and so hard on anything Joe Biden posts that it will end up being a negative for him. As a political strategist, would you advise Joe Biden to go down this road?
Well, there are two layers to this. It's, of course, a good idea if you're trying to, and they've said things to this extent, kind of get the pulse of what's happening in the Republican Party or what's happening to the followers that are on Truth Social. So on that sense, it's pure grassroots political research. I mean, it's smart in that way. You're engaging directly. Maybe you'll even have some converts, depending on how these posts are going to go. Because I think we all know, as you've stated too, Kevin, it is not Joe Biden who's posting. I mean, most of the time when Donald Trump posts somewhere, we assume it's Donald Trump posting. I don't know, but who else has that style, that voice, right? But in the case of the President Biden, he is not posting his own posts. It would be interesting if he starts to decide to do that, and I don't think anyone will let him do that. So there's that. There's the sheer political research. It's a good idea in general. And then there's the other side of it, kind of like when they satirize you on Saturday Night Live, it's deemed the ultimate compliment. So is this the ultimate compliment of Donald Trump that Biden's camp has decided to go on Truth Social? It could be read that way, and perhaps Trump and his folks will be messaging it that way. So, it's shaky ground. I'm not sure if Biden has savvy enough people around him to maximize what this could be for the Democrats and for Biden. But boy, am I interested in finding out.
I like you too much to give you the assignment of advising Donald Trump. But if you were to advise Donald Trump,
I would love it, Kevin. It would be the ultimate. The ultimate. Well, I don't know. And if I could turn that around, think what that would do for my.
I don't know if he'd listen. I don't know if he'd listen to anybody. But if he's going to listen to someone, it'd probably be you. So what would you tell him? Would you have him have fun with it? Would you have him just rip him to shreds? Would you have him debate him in an intelligent way?
I love to have fun with it and debate in an intelligent way. I think those are really good options. Bashing Biden on your own platform, not a good idea. If the platform is holding itself out as free and open to anyone and all ideas are welcome, if they truly mean that, then have fun with Biden being on there. I mean, it actually is an opportunity for Trump to have the last laugh. So, I mean, that's how I would advise him if I were his coach. I agree with you. He's probably uncoachable, but I'd love to take a stab at him.
Yeah, but I also think that was one of the purposes of Truth Socials, that no one's going to be canceled. So I would imagine Donald Trump welcomes Joe Biden, at least his campaign and his campaign staff, to the platform. It's free speech. Joe Biden going there to say that he wants to clear up disinformation, though, is that going to resonate with people who are tired of the, quote, disinformation and the censure movement by what appears to be this government?
Yeah, that was the one line that I was seeing, being stated. I don't think you can go on and bash from the beginning. I think you need to go on with open eyes, open ears, open posting imagery, and try to engage. I mean, if you start out by saying we want to clear up disinformation, that's going to make some people apprehensive to even engage with you. So I don't know that those were some of the smartest things for the Biden camp to be saying right off the bat. But it will be interesting to see the kind of posts. It will be interesting to see other Truth Social members and how they react to Biden's posts. So I'm really curious, and it would be interesting to see how this possibly moves the needle. I mean, he's a sitting president, so we haven't really seen him do, he hasn't had to worry about challengers and all that right now. And he is leading Trump, but not by much when it comes to fundraising. So this could be an interesting turning point for both of these older gentlemen, who I don't believe should be running for president, but it will be an interesting next few months.
Yeah, and I do think it's the ultimate compliment that Truth Social has some impact on the upcoming presidential races. Are there any risks for Joe Biden? Any risk for his campaign in joining this platform that might be largely adversarial?
Yeah, there are oodles of risk, Tom, because if they don't find the exact correct language to really be on point and on brand for them, if it looks like they're doing some kind of smorgasbord, we're going to try this, see how it goes, and then maybe we have to retract some things, that is not what you want happening here. So they should be authentic and as genuine as possible and stay on their own message. It's just a new platform for them. So let's see how that goes before they try to change, what their intent is for anything. Really try it, see where it gets them, and take it week by week.
Why am I picturing Joe Biden trying to open up his flip phone and say, "How do you do this social media? I want to get some truth out there."
Well, for obvious reasons.
That would be the sketch on Saturday Night.
Yeah, exactly. I think of social media as politicians flooding there to get young voters. Does this create an opportunity for politicians to go after older voters?
Possibly. I mean, it just depends on, I haven't seen the analytics of who exactly, what age brackets are on all of these different platforms. I can guess with some of them, but specifically Truth Social, I don't know what their demographics are. So I think my sense of why Biden's side is doing this is, hey, we need more on our side. We need more sure things. And so we're going to try, even though it seems like we're going into enemy territory. There might be some people out there that are sick of Trump or that really do want to hear our messaging. And let's see if we can get some of those thousands or possibly millions of votes. Who knows? But that's why I think they're doing this, kind of doing their own grassroots efforts inside of the, as you've put it, enemy camp.
You have any thoughts about the fundraising by these candidates? Because the Joe Biden campaign, they've got $91 billion. Pretty impressive. I think that's a record for any Democratic candidate at this stage, and it surpasses right now any GOP candidate. What do you think's behind that? Because he's not the most popular of Democratic presidential candidates.
Well, it probably is more of like the middle and possibly Democrats also saying, we really don't want Trump, and Trump is leading in a field of dozens, sometimes it seems, is leading in such a large field by so much that the Republican side, just by the nature of the number of candidates, are splitting all the money. So there's not really a big split happening on the Democratic side. So I think that's where some of it is coming from, Tom.
Yeah, I think you're right, because you add up Trump, you add up DeSantis and Nikki Haley and the rest, they're about equal to that amount. I think that's absolutely the correct assessment on that. Appreciate your time, Roshini Rajkumar, political strategist and host of the Crisis Files podcast. Roshini, thanks so much.